Scanning Hardaway Southern T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button there as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, not just today. Today is a Thursday morning, right? We do have a Thursday night fight card, right? Which we go talk about right here. We also, it's Friday. My bad, y'all. I'm so sorry. We got a Friday night card, right? That we go talk about right here. We also got a Saturday card tomorrow, Connor being in Eubank, that we go talk about right here as well. And then we go look at our piece for the day. But first, I want to drop some news that y'all could use on y'all. Don't know if y'all know. It just happened, right? Happened this morning. The press conferences have been going on this week. You had grand arrivals, Monday for Connor being in the Eubank card. And you had a press conference, Tuesday, right? Another press conference Wednesday or something like that, right? And then the weigh-in was this morning, right? This morning in America. I got some news from the weigh-in. Chris Eubank Jr. has reportedly missed weight. They gave Chris Eubank a couple hours to attempt to make the weight. He failed twice, right? So he came in off of weight. They gave him, a few hours to try and, get himself to the agreed upon weight, and he couldn't, right? He couldn't get himself down to the agreed upon weight. So, take that for what as you may. To answer your question, my guy Ray Boy asked me, he says, the fight still on? Yes, the fight is still on. Chris Eubank Jr. was fined $500K. Right? No, you did not hear that wrong. He was fined $500K. You know what I mean? For missing weight. So if we tally up Chris Eubank's his deductions before he even got in the ring, right? Chris Eubank has lost over $600K before he even stepped in the ring. The first incident with the egg cost him about $200K, right? $180,000, right, for slapping Connor Ben with that egg, and now he missed weight and he has to pay $500,000 because he missed weight. You know what I mean? That's a lot of money, to be paying before you even get in the ring. That's a lot of money to be divvying up before you even really got in the ring just yet, right? So he's made some decisions that has already put a bit of a dent in his pocket, right? On top of the fact, he said, because Connor Ben, they had the steroid situation, right? The first press conference, Chris Eubank came out and he was like, because of, Connor Ben's steroid use, because of his actions, right? There was a whole card of fighters that had to reschedule their fights. He said some of those fighters didn't even get fights rescheduled to begin with, right? So he's going to pay them either, he said, a portion of their salary, or he's going to pay them their full salary out of his fight earnings, right? So you add that $180,000 that he lost for the slap on top of the $500,000 that he's about to lose for missing weight. Chris Eubank Jr. Bank account is going the wrong way, and he haven't even stepped in the fight. But let's get down to something even more serious, right? Something a little more serious than just his bank account, right? Let's talk about his health in this fight, his particular health right now. I don't know if y'all been following this. If you haven't, I'm finna, give you a little rundown. Real quick. Chris Eubank Sr. and Chris Eubank Jr. have been at odds for some time now, few years now, not just about this fight, but this fight, has kind of rekindled, their disputes and whatnot. Don't know if you heard it, but Chris Eubank Sr., he came out a few weeks ago on the interview, and he stated that Chris Eubank Jr. is going to lose this fight versus Connor Ben. He stated that Chris Eubank Jr. is disgracing the family name by letting Connor Ben trick him into this fight, which is what he said. And he also said that he would never be in Chris Eubank Jr.'s corner upon his request. Chris Eubank Jr. requested that his father be in his corner. His father came out and he said he would never be in Chris Eubank Jr. corner. Now, when he first said this, right, if you hear him say it, it's a bit cringy, right? When you hear him talk like this about his son, it's a bit cringy, right? But I think what is actually rooted in is concern, right? He may have voiced it wrong, he may have said it wrong, but I do think it's rooted in concern. I think his concerns were answered today with Chris Eubank Jr. missing weight. And I do have a video of Chris Eubank Jr. after the weigh-in, right? So I am gonna give you a chance to see what he looked like. I do have a video of him, right? I do have a video of him, so I'm gonna let you see what he looks like, right? But basically, the dad was saying that, you know, he said Chris Eubank Jr. is disgracing the family name by letting Conor Benn trick him into fighting at the 160-pound division. Now, Chris Eubank Jr. has fought at 160 pounds before, but what the father is saying, they fighting at 160, Teddy. But what the father is saying that, you know, Chris Eubank Jr. is way past fighting at 160. He's saying that he's actually giving Conor Benn the advantage over him by fighting this fight at 160 because, you know, Eubank Jr. was fighting at 68, right? If I'm not mistaken, before this, he was fighting at 68, or he was fighting at like a catch weight in between. You know what I mean? So what the father was saying was that, you know, you're letting Conor Benn drain you for this fight for the money, which is disgraceful. You know what I mean? To answer my guy TWTea question, my guy TWTea said they fighting at 160, TWTea. He said how much he missed weight by. He missed weight by a half a pound, 0.5 pounds. You know what I mean? He should have pulled the Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Should have pulled the Ryan Garcia, missed on purpose, right? But he missed by a half a pound, right? But you know what I mean? Like missing by a half a pound is actually a lot worse. Missing by half a pound is actually a lot worse than missing by like 3 or 4 pounds, right? Because you missed by 3 or 4 pounds, that means that you probably still got your energy. You probably didn't really try to lose weight. You were probably doing it to gain an advantage, right? You won't be so tired. You won't be so drained if you miss by like 3 or 4 pounds, because that's a lot of weight to have on. But when you miss by like a half a pound, 0.5 pound, it's a lot, because that means that you actually tried to make the weight. That means you actually went through the regimens. You put your body through everything that it had to go through to be able to make that weight, and you still didn't make that weight. So you basically depleted your gas tank in order to make weight, and you still missed making weight. So that means that his body probably is going to be tired. You know, he's probably is extremely tired right now. I'm gonna show y'all this. I'm gonna show y'all this video in just a second. You know what we about to do. Y'all bear with me. I'm gonna show y'all this video in just a second, so y'all can see how he look. He coming out the wetsuit. He coming out the wetsuit. He coming out the wetsuit and whatnot. And I'm gonna let y'all see in just a second. But I want to give y'all, you know, the basis of, you know, this video, what I'm talking about right now. But basically, what, you know, I asked was Chris Eubank Sr., right? Chris Eubank Sr. was saying that, you know, them fighting at 160 is actually advantage Conor. He's coming up. He's gaining muscle. He's gaining strength. He's not depleting any of his strength. And he said Chris Eubank Jr., the son, is actually putting himself at a disadvantage because he's playing into the hands of Conor Benn by fighting this fight at 160 and not making Conor Benn, you know, move up to his weight class, you know, move up another weight class at 168. But, you know, in hindsight, looking at what everything that's going on now, Chris Eubank Jr. missing weight, exactly how he looked, you know what I mean, on these scales. I think Chris Eubank may have voiced it wrong, right? But I think Chris Eubank Sr., right? I think Chris Eubank Sr. may have voiced it wrong, but I think his concerns about Chris Eubank Jr. making this weight was a real thing. A lot of people were saying, you know, since he's been at 160 before, it shouldn't be much of a problem. But, you know, it's a reason that he left. It's a reason that he doesn't fight right there anymore. You know what I mean? My guy TWTea said, yeah, he killed himself to get that low shake made down. I was rooting for Chris. Ben is going to get too much undeserved credit for this. Now, I say this, bro. If he beat him, I'm giving him his credit point blank, period, Tate. I can't say he don't deserve it because, he's still moving up 2 weight classes, bro. You know what I mean? He's still moving up 2 weight classes. You could have more skill than the guy, right? But, at some point, the size do matter. And and Conor Benn may not even have more skill than his opponent, right? So size is going to matter. So I'm gonna give him his full credit, bro, because it's still a fight. Because if he lose, right? If he lose, I'm gonna give Eubank his full credit, right? Or if Conor Benn lose, everybody go kill him, right? So I'm gonna give him his credit for sure. I'm gonna give him his credit for sure, regardless. You know what I mean? Because it's he's still moving up weight class. He's still fighting Chris Eubank Jr. It's still a fight, right? But I will say this, man. This does not look good for Chris Eubank Jr. Day before he said, "Nah, fuck that. It's the Eggman we talking about. He don't get shit." But that's just for me. Yeah. And true enough, bro. Conor Benn never even said that he took edge, bro. That was Mauricio Suleiman. People. I get it that it's funny, but the actual fact that Conor Benn never even said that. He never even said that. Somebody said that for Conor Benn, and people have placed that on Conor Benn as if it's facts. Conor Benn never even said that. Just if we being real, like he never even said nothing. He never even said it was an egg. That was Mauricio Suleiman. Just like Mauricio Suleiman said about the Red Bulls, right? About the Red Bulls with Valdez. Conor Benn never said it was eggs. Conor Benn never said that. Conor Benn said he didn't do it, right? But the egg shit was Suleiman. But I digress, right? I digress. He said Tea Ben crossed the pond and no eggs. And okay, you just saying steroids in general. You don't really mean eggs, right? You just saying steroids in general. Okay. He said, would you say Eubank Jr. got to knock him out to get credit? I think somebody getting knocked out anyway. Ernest. Me personally, I feel like somebody getting knocked out anyway, regardless. Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Tate. Yeah. I get it now. But yeah, what he say? He said, "Would you think got to get credit?" I think, man, Eubank. I think somebody was gonna get. Yeah, I remember where I was at. I think somebody was gonna get knocked out regardless, bro. You know what I mean? So I think whoever wins this fight is gonna get knocked out. I don't got this fight. I don't got this fight to go the distance. I don't got this fight going distance. Some people do. I don't. Right? I don't see this fight, going the distance. But he did indeed miss weight. I'm about to show y'all the video. About to show y'all the video clip. I'm about to show y'all 2 videos. Where I'm about to show y'all the clip after he missed the weight, and then I'm gonna show y'all the clip earlier in that day. Right, these 2 clips I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show y'all what he looked like right after he missed the weight, and I'm gonna show y'all a clip of what he was doing in preference in preparation to make the weight. Right? Can y'all see if I do this? Now y'all can't see if I do that, right? So I want to show y'all this. So let me get my board out because I don't want y'all all in my bed and shit. So I gotta take the virtual thing out. So let me put China up. Let me put China up real quick. But yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. missed weight, y'all. This is real spill, not a drill. Yes, he did miss weight. To answer y'all question, no, the fight is not off, but he did have to pay a nice amount of bread. You know what I mean? But I'm about to show y'all this video. Gotta take the virtual off to show y'all the video. Right? But this is Conor Benn right after he missed weight officially.
Put this out of his head. That's what's done. What happens if that's the case? I guess it's a hefty fine.
No, I don't know. That's not something I can comment on. I guess ultimately it's just a case of how much is it going to cost him. But what would be the plan now? I guess he'll go away, both of them rehydrate.
No, this is Chris Eubank right after. This is Chris Eubank right after he missed weight. No, it was a bit sluggish. Dr. Mark, what's good, Dr. Mark? So this is what he looks like on the scales. That's right after he missed the weight, right? You know what I mean? So that's right after he missed the weight. So right. So do with that as you may. He did miss the weight, which brings me back to the point. Like, was Chris Eubank Sr. right? Chris Eubank Sr. voiced some concerns and his son being able to make the weight for the fight. And lo and behold, day before the fight, he's missing weight. That's really not a good sign. I think, like I said, like TWTea said, right, it would have been better for him. It would have been better for him, to maybe not even try to cut. Right, maybe not even try to cut. Because now he done lost all the way around. He done lost the money and he didn't deplenish his natural resources and shit like that. So, man, it's gonna get tough on him. It's gonna get tough on him, right? You know what I mean? He said Senior was most deaf, right? Man's almost lost his mind due to the fear of his son's life. Yeah, like I say this now, him missing weight does make Senior look ultra right. You know what I mean? I didn't think too much of it, right? Being that he had fought at 160 before, right? But now, in hindsight, with him missing the weight and whatnot, when you really think about it, he moved up from 160 for a reason, dog. It's the reason he decided not to continue to fight at 160. But maybe for my gamblers, I had to make sure that I put these news out. I had to make sure I put these news out for sure for my gamblers, right? For my bettors and whatnot. He did miss weight now, so we do got to see. This is just the first day, right? We do got to see what he looks like. Right, tomorrow, how he rehydrate, hydrate. You leaving that fight. He said you leaving that fight off the parlay. I got that fight not to go the distance, my brother. But yeah, I switched it for sure. Yeah, I'm not picking Eubank to win anymore. Most definitely not picking Eubank to win. On top of me being a Conor Ben fan, on top of him missing weight, I'm most definitely not picking Eubank to win anymore. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that fight to go the distance, to not go the distance. That's what I'm gonna do. Right? I'm gonna take it to not go the distance. That's most definitely what I'm gonna do. It's a fight card today too, by the way. But we can go and get into that thing today. But yeah, my pick in it is to take that jump, not to go the distance. Y'all be thinking I'll be wearing a headscarf, but I'll be wearing a do-rag. It's just the way I wear it. I tie it to the front, not to the back. You know what I mean? But yeah, I digress. He said they keep saying the Ravage generation, the beef should, and getting the W should have been more important than the money. Now this Ravage is generation for sure. Like us as Americans, we can't really. I can feel it, right? Because I'm a boxing fan. I'm in it. I'm embedded in. I'm also big in UK boxing too. You know what I mean? I'm one of the few people who actually big in UK boxing, right? You know what I mean? So I most definitely can feel it. I most definitely can feel it. You know what I mean? I'm ambidextrous, bro. I use both hands, bro. I can play sports. With both hands. I can throw football with both hands. I can shoot basketball with both hands. I can dribble basketball with both hands. I could do everything with both hands, but I can't write with my left hand. I can do any kind of physical activity with my left hand. But I can't write with it. Anything but right. I can do anything but right with my left hand. Everything except right. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can drive my left hand. I can do anything in my left hand, but I can't write. I ain't got enough mechanical. I ain't got enough mechanical coordination to write with that motherfucker. But I can do everything else with it. But yeah. Did writing just take practice? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah. But I digress though, man. So man, that shit right there, that's big though. That's big on a fight like this, especially for the magnitude of a fight like this. Like, especially when your dad already raised concerns about you making the weight. It sounds like that the daddy knew a lot of shit that we didn't know. You know what I mean? It sound like the daddy probably knew the fucking son better than the son knew the fucking son. Right? In hindsight. Right? In hindsight, the father knew the son shit better than the son knew himself. You know what I mean? So I feel for anybody who already might have had, you know, a Chris Eubank slip made. And I'm not saying that he won't win, because he still get a day to rehydrate, he still get a day to replenish, and now that he still get another day, you know, to get back right and whatnot. But you know, had to lay that news on y'all. To let y'all know. Couldn't have y'all out here. With the half-ass info. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people, right, who didn't even mention it to y'all. Because I know there's going to be a lot of people who didn't even mention it to y'all. Right. Conor Ben also took to social media. To get his troll on a little bit. Right? To get his troll on a little bit. He said, I live in Kansas City. Kato Purse came into my work yesterday. I was Star Truck. Shout out my guy Ernie. Shout out Carlos Pratis. Yeah. I'm doing my UFC breakdown today as well too. I know I had it set up all week. I've been pushing it back. I'm going to actually do it today. But y'all look, we got some fights that's actually going down today. Right? Christopher, are you trying to fool him from you coming up? I'm coming up to your weight. You made your last 3 fights in most of your career. Conor Ben said, okay, this is what Conor Ben said. Conor Ben said he feel like, Conor Ben just said this. Conor Ben said he feels like that Chris Eubank is trying to make an excuse for the reason that he's going to lose tomorrow. Conor Ben said, I'm coming up to your weight that you have been fighting at for years. He said you've made weight the last 3 times. He said, but now all of a sudden you can't make weight. He said, he said Chris Eubank Jr. is trying to trick the fans, basically, trying to get some fanfare, right? Say, you know, trying to get some sympathy. That's the word. That's the exact word to use. He said, I don't know, you know, what you're doing. You're trying to get some sympathy or something. But then he said, I'm coming up to your weight. You've made weight the last 3 times, and now, you know, you all of a sudden can't make weight. Bruce, yes, y'all do your boy solid, man. I got 9 people in the building right now, right? I got 9 of y'all in here. I had more than 9 of y'all come through here so far, man. Can I get all 9 of y'all? It's 9 of y'all or 5 of y'all. I ain't sure how many of y'all in here right now. It could be 11. I would say 11. I would say 13. So I ain't really sure how many of y'all in here right now, but if y'all could, do your boy solid, man. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we talking this good boxing. Yes, Chris Eubank Jr. has missed weight. Chris Eubank Jr. has missed weight. He missed it by a half a pound, right? And before you go, you know, well, half a pound is not that bad. Actually, sometimes a half a pound could actually be worse than missing weight by a whole lot, because that means that you actually, you know, tried to make weight. That means he actually depleted himself a little bit to get on weight, and he couldn't make the weight, right? So the fight is not canceled, but he does have to pay $500,000 in fines for missing weight. The fight is going to continue though, right? So we are getting the fight. He's just going to have to lose a lot of money. He's lost over 600,000, right? He's lost close to $700,000 American dollars before this fight even started, with the slapping Conor Ben in the face with the egg, find him $180K, right? And then you lose $500,000 today because you miss weight. I'm trying to figure out what kind of fucking contract he had, right, that caused him to lose $500,000 for missing goddamn weight. Like, damn, what, like $5,000 for a half a pound? So it must have been $500,000 for any weight miss, not just a particular weight or how much weight or how much you over the weight or something, right? But he got fined $500,000, right, for missing weight. So man, That's kind of insane, right? You know what I mean? That's kind of insane to lose 500,000 right before you even stepped in the ring, right? So physically, the bigger question, right? Again, physically, how is he going to, be tomorrow? So when we see him tomorrow or later today, maybe it's a press conference later today, maybe they do ceremonials, right? Yeah, they're going to do ceremonial weigh-ins later on today, right? They're going to do ceremonial weigh-ins later on today, so we'll see how he look later on today. Now, this was the actual weigh-in. He missed weight. They're going to do ceremonial weigh-ins later on where they let him come to the scale so we can see him what they look like. So we'll get to see, how he rehydrate, what he looked like after he rehydrated and whatnot. And then we'll be able to make, a better decision right there. We'll be able to make a better decision, from there, right? But this very well could impact, him a lot, right? This very well could impact him a lot. Most definitely is going to change the way that I was going to bet. I was going to bet it, right? I'm a Conor Benn guy. I probably wouldn't go take Chris Eubank outright anyway, right? But I'm most definitely not taking him outright now. You know what I mean? I'm most definitely not going to take him to win this fight. You know what I mean? Now that, with it's the weight thing. I think Conor Benn has a hell of a chance, right? You know what I mean? I think he has a hell of a shot. I thought he had a shot to begin with. But if Chris Eubank isn't going to be if he isn't going to be in tip-top shape, because we know Conor Benn is coming in at physical peak. Conor Benn is always at physical peak. Now, you could say, was it the steroids or what is his physical peak? We don't really know. But one thing we know that steroids can do is give you heart, right? And Conor Benn does have heart. Rather he has the skill, rather the skill is real, right? Rather the skill is real because of the steroids, or rather the power is real because of the steroids. One thing that Conor Benn does have, he does have, is heart, right? So if Chris Eubank isn't going to be at his physical best, right? Once the mind goes, the body follows, right? So if he ain't gonna be at his physical best, Conor Benn very well could pull this goddamn upset. You know what I mean? He said that was the finesse to make sure. He said that was the finesse to make sure he drained himself. What you mean, bro? You think Eubank drained himself on purpose? No, I don't think Eubank drained himself on purpose, bro. Said that was the finesse to make sure that he drained himself. They fighting at 160. They fighting at 160. Chris Eubank has fought at 160 before. Before, I can only imagine, right? The first time they was about to fight. So we actually, Chris Eubank Jr. actually should be happy, right? Because that Conor Benn took those steroids too, right? Because imagine this fight was contracted at 157 pounds at first. So imagine if this fight had went through the first time at 157 pounds, man, Conor Benn was going to fucking kill Eubank. You know what I mean? He was going to fucking kill Eubank. So imagine if they actually had went through that 157 fight. You know what I mean? So in hindsight, ain't no way in heaven that man was going to make 157 before this fight, because he can barely make 160. But the point that Conor Benn just made, right? They put fire in the can to make sure you intend to make every weight. Oh, okay, yeah, Teddy, facts. Right. That's a crazy amount, bro. No, that's a crazy fine amount for missing weight. You know what I mean? Normally they do it, if you miss by a certain amount of pounds, then you got to pay this much. You pay that much, right? 500,000 is crazy, bro. But yeah, Teddy, in fact, that's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened, Teddy. They made sure that he made their weight with that. They made sure that he attempted to at least attempted to make the weight the correct way. All right. What's good? Christopher Hernandez said, can Conor Benn Jr. now can Benn KO Jr. now that his power is gone? I say this, Chris. I think, whoever was going to win this fight was going to knock the other guy out anyway, whether it was going to be Conor or whether it was going to be Chris. To answer your question, though, man, this greatly increases my confidence in one of my favorite fighters, Conor Benn. I hate that he did the steroid thing. I hate that he did the egg thing. It's hard to defend him. I can't defend that. Even though the biasness in me a little bit, I do still do it a little bit. Not defending the steroid. I never defend it. But the fact that Benn is a good or bad fighter. That's why when TWTea said, I'm still not going to give him no credit, I was like, nah, bro, you can't do that. Right? Because that means he only can lose. Right? If he win the rest of his career, people going to say he was on steroids. Every loss beforehand, they say he was on steroids, right? Even if he went after, they gonna say. So it's a lose-lose. I really don't like because he can't win. You know what I mean? He can only lose, right? And I don't really like that, and especially in the combat sport, right? So I try to find a balance in it. But I was giving him, maybe a chance to stop Chris Eubank before, but I was more leaning towards Eubank, given that he's the naturally bigger guy. But I'm telling you this right now, as a Conor Benn guy, I'm most definitely putting some money on Conor Benn to win this fight by knockout. And at first, I wasn't gonna mess with it. I was only gonna take the fight not to go the distance, right? But now that I know Chris Eubank may have a weak spot, I'm most definitely taking him not to go this. He said, honestly, this is going. No, it's not. It's not Chris. It's not Chris. It's not Chris. Said Ben Power has been non-existent in my opinion since he got off the juice. But if Eubank is drained, punch resistance probably won't be there either. My guy, stay dangerous. Said Conor Benn finna get his ass whooped. Yeah, I picked Eubank to win. I picked Eubank to win on my prediction. If y'all checked it out, if y'all ain't checked it out, y'all go check out my fight prediction. Y'all drop Monday, right? If y'all ain't checked out, y'all go check out my fight prediction. But Eubank missed weight though. Eubank missed weight today. Eubank missed weight today, right? So if Eubank not in the best physical condition, he most definitely can get knocked out by Conor Benn. Most definitely, he can get knocked out by Conor Benn. You know what I mean? He most definitely can get knocked out by Conor Benn. I don't see this fight going this though. It's too much involved, too many emotions, too many variables, too many factors. Whoever win this fight, I think it's more of a fight now, right? That Eubank is a little disarmed, but again, we still kind of gotta wait, right? We still kind of gotta wait because we gotta see how he look when he rehydrate, right? Because he made weight, well, he didn't make weight, right? They had the live weigh-ins already, right? You doubt what, Stay? You doubt that somebody get knocked out? Don't you say? You doubt somebody get knocked out? Don't you say? Don't you saying? I tell y'all this. Right? I'm so confident that somebody get knocked out in this fight. I would literally take every bet in here, right? If y'all feel like that fight going the distance, I would literally take every bet in here on that fight going the distance, literally. But if you lose and you don't pay me, I'm on your ass forever though, because you ain't finna try to sneak no bread off me. I will bet anybody that fight don't go the distance. I bet anybody. I bet half of what you bet. I bet half of what y'all bet. You know what I mean? I give y'all odds. I give y'all odds and everything. I give y'all odds and everything. I give y'all odds and everything. Anybody want to take it? Anybody want to take it? Anybody want to take it? But I digress. I keep it moving. Say bet some wings, then there you go. Bet the wings. Bet the wings. Bet lunch. Bet the lunch that somebody get knocked out in that fight. You know what I mean? And again, if you don't think nobody get knocked out, he said, what Chris said, he said Conor can outbox Junior with speed and footwork and IQ. Chris, I don't think what TWTea said, bro. Conor not a better boxer than Chris. Yeah, I don't think Conor Benn is a better boxer than Chris Eubank. Conor Benn is really the reason that I picked Eubank to win originally. I'm still picking Eubank to win. I'm not betting. I hope he lose. I hope he lose. I'm a Conor Benn fan. I hope he lose. I hope he lose. This just gives me more confidence as a Conor Benn fan that he might actually fucking lose. Right? Conor Benn coming up in weight, healthy, replenished, eating whatever he want to eat, eating steak, eating chicken. You know what I mean? Whatever he want to eat. He said, "Yeah, whatever way can make Russ fucking fat." Yeah, this shit killing me, bro. This shit killing me, bro. Yeah, this shit killing me, bro. But I digress, man. Y'all got 13 people in the building. Y'all hit their thumbs up. We're in there having us a boxing conversation. Yes, Chris Eubank Jr. did miss weight. Chris Eubank Jr. Did miss weight. We're in here just shooting this shit. Right, we gonna make our fight picks for today. Chris Eubank Jr. did miss weight. Yes, the fight is still on. He missed weight by 0.5, which means that he actually tried to make weight. That's actually worse, I think, than not making weight. Mm-hmm. He said, "Nigga eat eggs." He's already put no butt on that shit. He's that kind of big fake ass Dave. He's finna get whooped. He do look like that. He's done. He do like that. He's done. Yeah, man. I tell you this, dog. Somebody getting their ass knocked out. It's either somebody getting their ass stumped, bro. Somebody getting their ass stumped. You know what I mean? These two dudes, bro. These two dudes, and y'all think this shit going this fight gonna happen two ways. This fight gonna happen two ways. Either Conor Benn go put that pressure on Eubank, and Eubank go fold, and Eubank go get knocked out, or Conor Benn go put that pressure on Eubank, and he go get knocked out trying to put that pressure on Eubank. Did y'all hear? Y'all ain't been watching these press conferences, have it? Y'all ain't been watching these press conferences, have it? Did y'all hear what they act? Did y'all hear what Chris Eubank said when they asked Chris Eubank about this fight going the distance? Did y'all hear Chris Eubank when they asked Chris Eubank about this fight going this? Real quick, I want y'all to say yes or no. I want y'all to know yes or no real quick. We having some dialogue in here right now. We running the show. I ain't had a boxing show in a minute, right? So we talking some boxing this morning. He said, bro, somebody get knocked out is going up after the fight. These British niggas with the shit. He said, now you haven't. All right, so let me tell y'all, the reporter asked Chris Eubank, do you think this fight go the distance? That man said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. He said, Conor Benn pump faking, he not rushing in. He rush in every fight, Chris. What you mean? That's how Conor fight. He rush in every fucking fight until he get hit, right? But if he get hit, by Eubank, how's he gonna be able to take? Can he take the Eubank? Can he even take punches in middleweight? Is Eubank just way too strong for him? You know what I mean? If Conor Benn is not rushing in, then he probably getting beat up this whole fight. He said, oh shit, yeah, it actually may be a brawl after this fight. Yeah, because somebody getting knocked out. A.B. the IT. What's good, bro? A.B. the IT. What's good, bro? My bad. All right. Well, my bad, y'all. My bad. I'm multitasking. I was actually hitting the shade. I'm multitasking. But yeah, man, y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Where's Stacey? So he said, bro, somebody. Oh yeah, he said somebody getting out. Yeah, they got rush. Yeah, for sure, bro. I'm definitely think it's gonna be some beef and some bad blood and shit going on in this joint. But actually, sometimes, bro, after them folks fight, it don't be no beef at all. Eubank and Ben, are Eubank and Ben cool? The daddies. Are the daddies cool? I don't see the daddies, beefing too much, right? I don't see the daddies even talking about one another too much, right? So it may not be, right? I think if I actually think, bro, these folks gonna be the best of friends after this fucking fight. I think these motherfuckers gonna be the best of friends after this fight, right? The dad is not cool, huh? I think these motherfuckers gonna be the best of friends. Actually, they might not. They might not. Actually, they might not. They actually might not, bro. They actually might not. I take that back. I'm capping. I'm capping. They not gonna be friends. They not gonna be friends after this fight. They not gonna be friends after this fight. I take that back. That's cap. That's cap. But yeah, I digress. He said, "What do you think about Liam Smith fight against McKinney? Did y'all check out my video? Do I need to play my video for y'all? Matter of fact, I'm finna finish my blunt. I'm finna play my video. Y'all better not go nowhere. Y'all should have already heard my motherfucking fight video. It's only 11 minutes. So if y'all ain't got 11 minutes, it's only 11 minutes. We can play the fight video. I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm gonna let y'all know my thoughts live while we think, right? What I already got. Now I did. It might change a little bit. It might change a little bit because you know the Eubank joint, so the Eubank bet may not, you know."
Eubank fought twice, could have been 3 times, right? But I know they fought multiple. A little bit of Chris Eubank now won the fight, and also a little bit of Carter Ben.
They're just the intro. I'm just talking, just building up the bridge.
Fight on this card. And also, I'm going to give you my most confident picks. And before we get up out here, I'm going to give y'all the parlay. So I had not already wasted enough of y'all time. Let's go ahead and get into it. And just for the record,
can y'all hear that?
When I alluded to Chris Eubank Jr. not wanting to fight, I wasn't saying that he was ducking or anything like that.
He said, win, lose, or draw. Got Chris hitting that man with another egg.
And then Carter Ben had the PED thing, so he really said,
yeah, man. I just think
and then the Sheik had the person, either the Sheik person.
I did McKenna for you. I'm gonna take you to McKenna. I did McKenna for you. Here you go, my brother. Here you go, my brother. I did McKenna for you.
Next fight, we got Liam Smith versus Aaron McKenna.
What?
I said, Aaron McKenna should win this fight fairly easy, but it isn't going to be an easy fight, right? Liam Smith is not an easy fighter, so I do think he's going to test Aaron McKenna a little bit. But I'm going to take Aaron McKenna to win. I don't think anybody gets stops in this fight. I'm going to take Aaron McKenna.
Okay, I got Aaron McKenna. So I picked Aaron McKenna on the points in that fight. So I went Aaron McKenna on the points in that fight. Like when I first saw it drop, I was like, oh, Liam Smith, McKenna probably going to tear his ass up, right? But, the more that I looked at it, the more I researched, I said Liam Smith is probably going to be game, right? Maybe that fight doesn't go to distance, but something telling me that Liam Smith is going. Oh my God, bro! Something telling me that Liam Smith is going to be game, right? And I think he go make that fight. He go give Aaron McKenna is go him and his team. They go get exactly what they signed up for, right? They signed up for a test, somebody to push their fighter and to see is he championship level. If he's able to beat Liam Smith, then I do believe that he's championship level. People forget Liam Smith knocked Chris Eubank the fuck out, right? Knocked him the fuck out. I don't necessarily think that Liam Smith, been the champ. I think Liam Smith won the shit before, but I think he's a former champion. So right, so him being a former champion, right? I think that experience is going to help him. Him being in the ring with Eubank, him being in the ring with my bad. I was talking to my cousin. Yeah, Liam Smith and Callum Smith, left tweets, right tweets. Yeah, they twins. He said, this is Dev versus Tank of the UK. They go fight 3 times. My Devin and Tank is not fighting 3 times, They is not fighting 3 times, my bro. This is Eubank and Ben. Stay. This is Eubank and Ben of the UK, my brother. Yeah. This is Eubank and Ben in the UK. We ain't even gotta put the juniors on there, man, right? But this is literally the biggest fight that they can make in the UK. This is bigger than over there. This is bigger than AJ Fury. This is bigger than fucking. It's bigger than AJ Fury. It's bigger than Usyk Fury. It's bigger than motherfucking Usyk AJ, right? This is the biggest. This is literally, if we being real, if we really being real, this is the biggest fight in boxing, bro. As far as how many people gonna be there, as far as the publicity that is getting, bro, this fight is getting huge publicity, bro, in the UK and in America. Really think about it, right? This fight is getting publicity over there where they at and over here where we at. They got us tuned in. They got them tuned in. They got everybody tuned into this shit. You know what I mean? They got everybody tuned into this shit. You know? These are probably, you got AJ. You got AJ, right? And probably after AJ, bro, the biggest names in the UK are fucking Eubank, Ben, and Joshua. Those are the three biggest names in the UK. Eubank, Ben, and Joshua. Now, Eubank and Ben came from the daddies, but the sons carried the name too. So it's the same shit over there. You know what I mean? But these are the two biggest names in the UK. Joshua is the big name because he made himself one of the big dogs. These names have been the two biggest names in the UK for about 30 fucking years. Over 25 years, Ben and Eubank has been the biggest names in UK boxing. And now you could add Anthony Joshua in there, right? I think Tyson Fury shit is a myth, right? I think Tyson Fury shit is a myth, right? Now, this fight is huge, bro. This fight is huge on both sides of the pond. You know what I mean? On both sides of the pond. Whether you cracking jokes on it, whether you serious about it, you tuned in, you locked in, and you watching. You know what I mean? You tuned in and you're watching. Right? And just to piggyback on what Chris Eubank said, right? Chris Eubank, like, I wanted my guy Pop to pull up. Right? But, you know, he been taking a lot of smoke. You know, Chris Eubank Sr. been taking a lot of smoke, you know, from a lot of people. You know what I mean? About, you know, him not being in the son's corner. I do think on the outside, the schematics of it do look terrible, right? The schematics of it do look terrible. Maybe Chris Eubank Sr. worded it wrong. He did word it wrong for sure. The way he worded it sounded like, man, most definitely called him a disgrace and said he'll never be in his corner, right? His reasoning was actually coming from a good place, but his delivery was fucking terrible, right? His reasoning was for what's happening right now today, right? Because you know, it's hard for you to make that weight anyway, right? And the daddy must have knew something we didn't know, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, Eubank Jr. had been making this weight for a while now, right? But he said he didn't want him to fight Conor Ben at this weight, right? That's what the daddy said, right? He didn't want him to fight Conor Ben at this weight. And he said you letting Conor Ben drain you. So let me check to make sure right now. What's good? They go pop right there. I just spoke you up. They go pop right there. Let me check to see where Junior's last couple fights was. Junior 35, right? Let's check and see where his last fights was before this one. Right. So he was fighting at 160. Fought Liam Smith at 160. So he has been fighting at 160, right? You You know what I mean? But Pops was like, you know, I don't want you fighting Conor Benn here at 160. You know what I mean? But like Conor just said, right? Conor said that Chris Eubank trying to build an excuse, right? Conor said Eubank trying to build an excuse. He said, you've been making this weight. I'm coming up to your weight. And now all of a sudden you miss weight, right? But I think the fact that he missed weight kind of make what Senior was saying accurate. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be fighting Conor Benn at this weight because he's coming up. He has all the advantages. You're coming down to 160. Benn is coming up to 160, right? So he's adding muscle. He's adding, you know, nourishment and shit like that. And you got to deplete yourself to get down to 160 because you probably shouldn't, even these last couple fights, right? I think Senior knew that, you know, some shit that we didn't know. You know, that, you know, his son struggles to even make 160. He's been making it, right? But I think he, you know, maybe he knew Junior struggles to make 160. But I am extremely happy, right? I think Junior should be extremely happy. For sure that this fight ain't going down at 157 like it was when Conor Benn was the A-side. Because, like, people forget, you know, Benn was the A-side in this, right? And then Benn did the steroid thing. And then Eubank said, to hell with you. I ain't fucking with you no more. And then the only way they could have made this fight happen was to get, you know, to give Eubank, you know, whatever he wanted, make him the A-side, pretty much, you know. Gravelette defeated Chris Eubank, right? But I think what we seeing today is what the daddy was talking about, right? What the daddy was scared of. And I think he voiced it wrong, right? I think he voiced it wrong, right? But this is what he was talking about, you know what I mean? Type deal. But, you know, for my people, for my bettors, for my people that's interested, you know, the man did miss weight, you know, mostly for my bettors, right? I got to let y'all know. You know, he did miss weight. Now they're going to have what is called ceremonials. They're going to have ceremonial weigh-ins. This was the official weigh-in, right, where he just missed weight. They're going to have ceremonial weigh-ins later. I want to see what he looked like then, right? I'm taking this fight not to go to distance regardless, right? That's getting made. But I want to see what he looked like at the ceremonial weigh-in first before I make an official bet on this thing. If y'all know, or if y'all seen the vid, y'all know that I picked Eubank Jr. to win this fight. I'm a Conor Benn fan, right? But y'all know I picked Eubank Jr. to win this fight. But as a Conor Benn fan, and as a guy who is parlaying this fight up to not go the distance with something else, this makes me extremely happy, right? This makes me extremely happy because I think this does give Ben a better chance. You know what I mean, in this fight. Because I think in skill, Eubank is a better boxer than Conor Benn, I think, right? But naturally, Eubank is actually a better, you know, straight up fighter than he is a boxer. Right? He could box on the back foot, but if you remember correctly, right? The last time we saw Junior boxing on his back foot, he got knocked the fuck out. You know what I mean? By Liam Smith. And then he came back and he beat Liam Smith, you know, being a little more front foot dominant, being a little more aggressive. You know what I mean? In his, you know, past fights. He don't struggle with guys who are strong with brute strength and shit like that because he is able to outbox those guys. He struggled with guys that can box as well as have power. You know what I mean? Now, Conor Benn's power is in question now due to the steroids and due to the moving up in weight. Does it translate right? So you would think Eubank will have the advantage, which is why I picked Eubank. But if Eubank not going to be 100%, I don't think Eubank at 70% beats Conor Benn at 100%. Eubank at 100% at 160, Conor Ben at 100% at 160, Eubank probably wins that fight. But if Eubank is coming in that motherfucker 70%, 80%, I don't think 80% Eubank beats Conor Ben. Not 80%. He gonna need everything. He gonna need everything to beat Conor Ben. You know what I mean? Because you can feel how you want to feel about Conor Ben, right? Steroids don't change your heart, don't change your aggressiveness. That's just something that's in Conor Ben. You know what I mean? If you get stung by a wasp, you won't die. You get stung by 2 wasps, you won't die. Right? You get stung by 42 wasps, you might. You could. Increases your chances. You know what I mean? So, Eubank Jr. already got the the chin issue, the chin question, right? Conor Ben got to answer some size questions, but Eubank got the chin question. If you weight drained, that helps your chin. Like that adds to you losing too much weight adds to you being weaker. You know what I mean? Which is how most guys get knocked out, right? Which is how most, because they lost too much weight, right? I could say Errol Spence, right? You know what I mean? You too small, it messes with your balance, right? But he said when you on an aggressive as fuck, when you off him, your estrogen levels go crazy. With him being clean, just gotta see how it works. Conor Ben been a naturally aggressive fighter since he first started. You know what I mean? I've been watching Conor for the longest, right? So I saw his body change. When his body changed, he always been aggressive, even when he was trash. From his first fight to his last fight. You know what I mean? He always been aggressive. You know what I mean? Always been aggressive. From the very beginning. So that's who he is. But he ain't fought no better shot. Now we're just talking about him being aggressive. I think I already got him losing the fight. I already got him losing the fight, right? So boom, that's that. We just talking about him being aggressive. Nah, that man was trash. Bro. That man couldn't even put his feet together and throw his punches right, bro. He couldn't even. It's like, bro, when he threw his punches, his feet used to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not move like he, putting his, hips into the punch, and his feet used to move like that man could barely throw a punch and stay on balance. That man was trash, bro, with the dreads. Y'all don't even know Conor Ben. Y'all don't know Conor Ben with the twig dreads. Y'all don't even know Conor Ben with the twig dreads. I probably don't even know Conor Ben with the afro. You know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Yeah, man. So shit, that nigga go be coming forward. And that's really why I think, this fight not going distance, because he go be coming forward. Either he go be coming forward, right, and Eubank go fold, he go wilt, or he go be coming forward and Eubank go be tagging his ass and he go get stopped. You know what I mean? But somebody get stopped, bro. Especially if Eubank weight ain't right. If Eubank weight ain't right, he increases his chances of getting stopped for sure. Ben is probably gonna get stopped if everything go like it's supposed to, because he's fighting, Eubank Jr. at his weight. You know what I mean? He got all the advantages here, unless he don't get all the advantages there because he stayed at 160 one fight too long. And he's 35. You know what I mean? That dude's 35, Eubank Jr. I mean, he's 35. This may be his last fight. I can envision this being his last fight. But I also know that shit, maybe they might want to give him a title shot if he wins this fight. You know what I mean? But it just got good, though. I say that right. It got even better. You know what I mean? At first I thought, Conor Ben gonna go in there, gonna be aggressive, give him a run, and Eubank gonna stop. Now I'm thinking, is Eubank gonna have the energy to keep Conor Ben off him? Is he gonna have the energy to keep Conor Ben off him? You know what I mean? The stamina, right? Because both of these dudes kind of, I said Conor Ben been slowing down in the later rounds since he came back, right? That's the biggest difference I see in Conor being. You know, I ain't gonna say that the power ain't there because I do think the power is still there. It's just that he don't have the power all the way through the fight no more like he used to. So that lead to decisions on the back end, and that most definitely could, you know, that could cause him to lose this fight, right? Because if you get tired and you lose your power a little bit, you know, Eubank naturally has more power than you anyway. You know what I mean? So, but at least he should, right? Been, you know, fighting at 160. He used to taking punches, right? Bigger punches, I would say, rather, you know, he got more power or not, right? He used to taking bigger punches at least. I think that's the more important thing, right? Bigger, he used to taking bigger punches from bigger guys. You know what I mean? In this sense. He said, bro, what's crazy is I believe Conor would have beat Tank ass if they would have fought. I said a while ago, bro, Conor actually best weight class would probably be at 140. But he's so big, he got to fight at 147. He ain't the tallest 147. But I think in a perfect world, Conor's weight class actually would have been like 140. I think that's where he'll have his most advantages at, because I think he'll beat up most of them dudes at 140. But that little motherfucker got too much muscle, too much weight on him to make 140. You know what I mean? But yeah, I actually do think his natural, but he eat too much. Like he's too heavy for, you know. He can't make 140. But I think, man, maybe at 140 though, that dude could have been like undisputed or something. Conor, given his height, his size, because he'll be big at 140. He's a small 147 pound, right? He's a small 147 pound. He's about to fight a guy at 160, right? Which is why, you know, I picked, you know, my boy to lose this fight, and I picked him not to go the distance, right? But now I think he giving my boy a chance. He said Brian Norman will put him in the damn underworld. Yeah, Brian Norman at 147. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? He's small, kind of small. Brian kind of small for 147. A little bit, you know. Not necessarily, I guess. He's stocky, right? But he's not the big. Hey, Brian Norman like 5'8". You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But he, you know, shit. He don't be looking like the biggest guy when he be in the ring with a lot of them dudes. You know what I mean? Brian Norman. He don't be looking like the biggest guy. I be thinking he's solid, but it's like when he get in the ring with them, I'm like, damn, bro, them folks way bigger than Brian Norman. It's like everybody he fought, I always be like, end up saying, damn, bro, he way bigger than Brian Norman. You know what I mean? But yeah. You're up at 147 for sure, though. Yeah, but I think his natural weight is like 140, though. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't think he can beat Brian Norman. That'd be a good fight, though. Ben said he going back to 147, though, after this. That is what he said, though. He said he's not staying at 160. Ben said he going back down to 47. That's what he said. Said he going back down to his division. Now, maybe he might stop at 54. Right? But he said he going back down to 47. Yeah, my bad. But yeah, man. I think I'm proud. How long you been back? Yo. Nah, I guess he coming back. But yeah. But yeah, though, you know, I think she just got interesting, though, because I was leaning. I ain't gonna say I almost thought Conor had no chance, but maybe at first I thought it was about 70-30. Right. I thought about 70-30 at first. Now I'm leaning more around, you know, 55-45. You know, but I want to see how he looked, you know, when they come back for the ceremonial ring, right? When he, you know, ate, replenished a little bit, drunk some water. You know what I mean? Got his fluids back in his body and shit. Want to see what he looked like then, though. But I think this gives Conor being more of a shot. You know, I think he give him more of a shot for sure. Depending how he looked at the ceremonial. If he still look sick and slow and shit at the ceremonial, I may throw a little something on being KO. I know that shit crazy. Actually, it might not be because they got the odds pretty close. I thought the odds would be more in favor of Eubank, but they odds kind of close though. Closer than I thought they would be. I thought Eubank would maybe be like minus 300, minus 400, right? We get like plus 300 on Connor. It ain't that far. It's like minus 180 Eubank. So they think he got less than. They think he got. It's go by like times, right? Twice. They think he got less than 2 times the chance, right? Which is extremely close in betting. It's extremely close. Then he be like, I'm 2 times the man you is. He be like, what? In betting 2 times ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's like if you bet 10, you win 20. You know what I mean? That's what it is. They don't think he 2 times better than Connor Bean. If you bet 10, you'll win $18. Right? Boom. That's the best way I can put it. Right? They don't even think he 2 times better than. That's why they think it's close as fuck. You know what I mean? So man,
fuck Chris Eubank dad.
Senior.
Fuck Senior. Biggest British Jamaican piece of shit I've ever seen.
Jamaican.
Yeah, British Jamaican piece of shit I've ever seen. Word.
Yeah, so Pop came in right on the was Eubank Senior right part. That's what he came right in on Eubank. Right in on Eubank Senior right. Was Eubank Senior right part?
Fuck that. Oh, come on with the weight shit.
Just in general, I guess. Yeah, weight. You know.
Yeah, with the weight that because remember they were saying that Chris Eubank he was in the talking for the Canelo fight at 68.
Yeah.
So he should have been trying to probably move up to 68. But I feel like he doing what the fuck he want. That 500 pounds ain't gonna hurt him. That 500,000 pounds not gonna hurt him.
He almost at $1 million right now. He probably at $1 million after he paid them dudes from the last card. He said, you know what I mean, in losses. I don't know how much that is, right? So I ain't gonna add that. But what we know for sure, the nigga about at 680,000, 680K, 680K of
so he weighed
fines so far.
So hold on, he weighed in at 160.
At 160.5. Yep, 160.5.
So a half a pound gonna cost him 500,000.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too. Like, how did they agree upon? Like, did they agree that if he missed weight, period, it's 500K? Because normally they have like a certain amount. Like, if you got this many pounds, it's this much. But they charge him. Yeah, they fined him 500K off the WAP. Off the WAP. Then Connor Bean went on Twitter and Instagram, and he, the Rod Titwell.
Yeah.
He did that just show me the money. Show me the money.
I'm definitely gonna send you the money. I'm gonna send you this because this money that I'm giving you is well worth the ass whooping I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna be comfortable in this fight.
Nah, he missed by a half. He missed by you say he gonna rehydrate. But yeah, see what I was saying was he should have just missed by 3 pounds. If it was the same fine, regardless.
Yeah.
He really tried to make weight, right? So that means he flushed a lot of shit out his body, right? And he still missed. You know what I mean? So now he got to put that shit back in. I would have rather him realize that, okay, I might not make it last week, right? Realize, okay, last week I might not make it, and then I'm just gonna miss by 2 or 3 pounds, like Shakur did. He didn't do 4 because that would look like you ain't tried. Shakur did 2 pounds that time, remember?
Yeah.
I would have rather him just did that, like, I ain't trying. I'm gonna stop right here. You know what I mean? Instead of killing yourself to get to that 0.5, you really flushed that shit out your body. He really tried, Pop. Like, this wasn't strategic. I mean, this wasn't a strategy. This wasn't strategic for him. Like, he really wanted to make the weight, and he did it. So
they got to weigh in again tomorrow?
No, they finna do a ceremonial weigh-in. He already missed. Like he missed it, so ain't no more weigh-ins. He missed it already. Ain't no more weigh-ins.
Is it a rehydration clause or that shit out the window?
No rehydration clause. None of that.
Cool, because I heard it was a rehydration clause.
Yeah,
for Eubank, I heard it was a rehydration clause.
Nah, it's not. It was at first, bro. At first, he had a rehydration clause, and it was at 157. So imagine if, bro, nigga, the good Lord knew that Eubank was gonna fucking die against Conor Ben that first time. He said, bro, I'm not finna let you do that. Ben popped 30, and he made it to where Eubank at least stand a chance. Because ain't no way he was making 157.
157
and not rehydrating 10 pounds, bro. Ben was gonna fucking kill him that first time, bro.
Yeah.
Ben was gonna he was about to die, bro. He was gonna hurt Eubank on the juice.
Yeah,
he was gonna hurt that man, bro. They lucky they stopped that shit for real. In hindsight, that's the best thing that could have happened to him, bro.
That's why he be talking shit to Eddie and them like you guys were about to let him fight anyway.
Kill him. He was about to kill that man, bro.
Y'all was gonna let him fight me anyway, and you know he was on the juice.
He was about to kill that man, bro.
Y'all niggas don't care about me. I'm definitely not the one y'all care about. So when he called them scumbags, I love it. I love how he properly disrespects people. I fucking love it. And his dad chunk, word. Fuck his dad. That nigga said some shit yesterday at that press conference. He was like, what's his pain?
His daddy?
I have a 31-year-old brother in the dirt.
His daddy?
He said his dad not speaking to him for years. That's pain. He got to take
Who said what's his pain? Who said what's his pain?
Chris Eubank Jr. He was like, because they was like, is it gonna be painful with the weight cut? He like, man, this weight cut shit is.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
This part of the job.
Like pain is, I know. He was like pain.
Pain is, nigga. My nephew want to know why his daddy can't take him to school, and I can't tell him why. That's pain, nigga. That's a real street nigga right there. That's pain, brother. You know what I'm saying? My dad not speaking to me. That's pain. My brother being in the dirt. That's pain. I'm about to put this pain that I'm about to have on you, Conor.
That's the first thing that he said, yeah, his brother. That's what he said. His first thing he said was his brother.
My brother in the dirt in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, in the dirt. His 2-year-old son don't know why his dad won't come see him. Now I gotta tell him, that's pain. And you want to talk about you and he not doing what you want and smacking the egg. Shut your black ass up, nigga. Acting like you a uppity nigga. You a regular ass nigga. Just you was real good in English class. Shut the fuck up, man. Bougie ass nigga. So bougie that you damn just you wasn't a celibate man. You was a hoe. Bonafide whore.
Whore.
You know what I'm saying? So don't act like you was this righteous man, nigga. You was a piece of shit too. I bet there's a bunch of women that say, fuck that nigga. I wonder how many illegitimate kids you got, nigga. Word. I'm gonna sick Dr. Umar Johnson on your ass, nigga. You was the Snow Bunny King back in the day. Dr. Umar on your ass.
You still the Snow Bunny King. Like, yeah, black woman now, I think.
But I say this, even though I'm a Chris Eubank guy, I love everything about Conor Ben and Nigel Ben and him and his dad. I love all that shit, bro. Like the relationship, the back and forth, the fact that he just there, and the fact that he want him there, all that is love.
And they weren't close at first. They used to live on totally different sides of the UK at first.
So it went from Conor and Nigel not being cool to being the best of friends and father-son duo. And then Chris Eubank and his dad started out like they were supposed to be and drifted apart.
Yeah.
I just feel he a sucker, bro. Even Floyd Mayweather went like even senior.
Ben stayed with the mama. Connor stayed with the mama, not the daddy.
With Nigel, right?
Yeah, he stayed with the mama growing up, not with the daddy.
So there's some resentment there. You know how that goes.
It was, yeah, it was. He used to say that shit when he fight. He was like, yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry. It's when he used to talk a lot. He just angry now. He just be yelling at motherfuckers now. But he used to be really elaborate. He's still really elaborate when he, not in front of Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank make him pissed off. He can't even get his words out fucking with Eubank.
And I want to know where that come from. Like, what did he do to make him do that?
It's the name. Ben said he said your dad beat my dad and he wasn't supposed to. It's I think they fought twice. And it was controversial.
For the second fight?
One of them was a draw. The first fight was a draw. And I think the second fight, Eubank won, but Ben feel like he won. It was controversial.
No. The first fight, Eubank won. They stopped it. The second one was the draw that they think that Nigel Ben should have won.
Yeah, and they saying, and Nigel feel like, he should have won that. Yeah.
I just see it like, bro, there's a picture when they were younger, and it's Chris Eubank, Connor Ben, and Nigel Ben all in the same fucking picture.
Yeah.
So I just want to know, where did the damn, it ain't this nigga we gotta fight for. This nigga, I hate you. I want to know where the fuck that came from.
It's the name. Ben feel like he gotta get it back for the family.
He gotta get it back in blood.
Yeah, it's the name. They lost. The Ben family is down, and Ben want to get them up. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Ben family is down 1-0. The knockout and the draw. You know what I mean? So he got to even up the series.
So,
type shit.
You fuck around and lose this fight, what you gonna do?
It's over with. Game time. It's game time. The Eubanks are better. Eubank number one, being number two. That's how in history go. Right now, it's a little question in history still. That's why this rivalry is so big, because it's still a little question. Yeah, you stopped him, but so everybody feel like he really beat you, but he got a draw, right?
Yeah.
So it's still unfinished business in a sense. It's literally it's a one, a dash, and a dash. You know what I mean? Type shit. Yeah, you beat him once, but you really lost, but you didn't lose. Right. So y'all got to break the tie. And then if Ben win, they probably go fight again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Ben win, they might run that shit back.
Because I'm looking at this shit. The way Chris Eubank he looking like, yo, bro, I really don't give a fuck, but you gonna make me fuck you up. And Ben is like, I fucking hate you.
Now I think at this, facts, Ben. So I think at this point, Eubanks hate him too, though. I think Eubanks probably see him on fire. Man, he might kick him a bucket over there, but he ain't gonna pass it to him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna pass it to him. He might kick him a bucket. He ain't gonna pass it to his ass.
He's not gonna pour the water on him. He's like, hey, pour the shit on yourself. Do the bucket challenge. You gotta do the self-ice bucket challenge all on your own, nigga.
Nah. It's a fight card today too. I don't know if y'all knew that. It's a fight card today too. Dazin. It's the zone card. It's the zone card.
Come on later.
Yeah. Like nighttime, Friday night card. If I'm mistaken, I'm about to look over it in a second. I just want to throw that, but it is a card. I had to lay about no beam this way. I mean, Eubank this way. Type shit. Yeah. Ben said he think he trying to get some sympathy. Ben said, nigga, you ain't slick, nigga. He said, I'm coming up to your weight. He said, you made weight the last 3 times. Now all of a sudden you can't make weight. He said, nah, ain't no excuses, nigga. That's basically what he said. He didn't say exactly like I said.
Yeah.
But that's basically what he said. He said, ain't no excuses, nigga. Nah, you ain't sick, nigga. Ben said, you ain't sick, nigga. Matter of fact, let me go to it.
What was it? Eric Tudor versus Kevin Johnson?
Yep, that's the jump tonight, yeah.
Who else on that card? They don't even say nothing.
It's a few people on there. Hold on. Like 5 fights on that bitch, actually. Two niggas I never heard of. Prospect, right? Javier Menza. Then you got Danilo Diaz, prospect. Then you got Justin Valori and Alejandro Young. That's a real fight. And then I ain't never heard of these niggas, so I know most people. I ain't never heard of these niggas. I'm pretty sure most people ain't never heard of these niggas. You got Sonny Robledo versus Dante Itor. I feel like I heard of those niggas before. I know Eric Tudor. I didn't see him fight. He been fighting with Golden Boy for a minute at this point. Eric Tudor. I think he won an Oscar dude, if I'm mistaken. I think he was with Top Rank. He went to Oscar. He may have always been with Oscar. He was just fighting on Top Rank that time. Or some shit like that. But that's an Oscar dude, though. He fighting Kevin Jones. Kevin Jones like one of those, one of those black people in the urban spaces. He a good urban. He be sparring with everybody. Y'all remember the dude? Tank went viral for stopping a couple people, right? But Kevin Johnson was actually the dude that beat up Tank and sparring, beat up Devin and sparring, beat up what's the boy name? Cheese Maritalian sparring too. Kevin Johnson, it's a dude. It's a video that be going around where a dude punching on Devin. It's a video going around where this black dude, y'all know, just the same black dude is punching on both of them. They told y'all that's who Kevin Johnson is. That's who Kevin Johnson.
What weight class is he at?
40. Yeah, he 140. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, but this the black ass dude that went viral for sparring them and shit.
I'm looking at boxing scene. On the 27th, there is a Thomas Blumenfield versus Thomas Blumenfield.
Damn.
Boxing scene, y'all gotta fix that, bro.
Damn.
But y'all gotta fix that one, bro.
So is that turtle
card? What you think about that?
Is that to-do card? That is the zone, man.
Yeah, that's the zone. That's 9:00 tonight.
No, it's before then. He fight at 9 o'clock. Yeah.
He fight at 9:00 tonight.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this though. What is it? H2O versus Nicholas Polanco on BLK Prime. How you feel about that?
That's a lit fight, actually.
Are we gonna be able to get a good look at it though? Is it gonna happen?
Is it gonna happen? I saw what you did.
BLK Prime, man. I'm calling damn press
Hey, look, I was about to give you an extra K. I was about to give you one of them. Yeah, bro, it's gonna be a nice look. I see what you did. I think they can afford that. I think they can afford them. They afforded Bud that one time. Remember?
Man, they ain't had nothing look good like that since then. And they got a Vargas fighting over here too. They got Armando's fighting.
I'm just glad they still doing fights, bro.
Listen, I get it, but you got to get the guys that got the good stream yard to damn be streaming shit. I was looking at that shit. I'm like, yo, how we supposed to see this goddamn?
But nobody, I ain't gonna lie. If you fight on BLK Prime and you ain't a superstar already, we ain't checking for you, my brother.
Them niggas did the press conference on the flip phone.
Nah, they be doing they jumps with like 2 chairs and a lunch table. I'm done. I'm through talking about people though. I'm through talking about people.
The niggas better. I want to make sure I can it's screen full size. I don't want to be having to try to expand the screen and go get my glasses to look at the fight. Just saying, bro. Like the what you call fight was horrible. I was looking at that shit. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that shit? It's in Georgia too. I want to make sure that they do it right. Y'all and College Park. Oh hell no! Y'all better not mess up, y'all. Y'all need they make shut y'all off like them damn like the kids did, like the parents did the school board. Like y'all ain't leaving. No. But who you got between H2O and Nicholas and Polanco?
When they fight?
That fight on the 26th. It's tomorrow.
Damn.
Word.
H2O. I got H2O. But damn. I don't see that shit nowhere.
On boxing.
Did Jake Paul cut H2O?
I don't know.
He cut that man. He cut that man.
He's headlining the card on BLK Prime.
Man, cut H2O. Did H2O rematch that dude? Did he win?
I don't know if he rematched that dude.
I could have sworn he rematched the dude and won. Ah, that's fucked up, Jake. Jake, I just realized that Jake cut him. He signed all them women though, so you can't be mad at him. But he damn sure cut H2O.
Yeah, I mean, unless he on like he on a short leash.
He can't go to TKO. H2O can go to TKO. He got built. He can go to TKO.
He on a short leash. He over there because they fighting on BLK Prime. I seen the shit yesterday. Niggas like the South got something to say, and I was like, okay, you
said
that 3,000? All right.
Who said that?
Make sure the screen is all the way big, niggas, so we can see who. I couldn't see who. I didn't see what you look like. You just a nigga in the t-shirts and a hat to me.
Thought you were talking about Brian Norman.
Nah, one of the niggas that was either promoting or somebody that was talking at the podium was like, the South got something to say. And I was like, nigga.
One of the fighters?
I don't know if it was the fighters, one of the promoters, somebody on the team, coaches. I couldn't see. The screen was smaller than motherfucker. Like, for real, like, bro, the screen, the screen was like this, bro.
Yeah, nah, that's fucked up. They got
you can't. The screen was like this. Half it was in, like, all this space on the other side of the screen where I'm like, man, what y'all doing? Like, no, man, I can't see nothing. So I couldn't even see who was talking. But when I seen it, I was like, hold on. I could see the poster in the back. I was like, that's H2O versus Nicholas Polanco.
Wilder about to fight on there too, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, but like I guess this is the pre-run because the Wilder fight is a little bit down the road. When is I seen it?
Yeah. If I'm mistaken, he about to fight the dude that walked out the ring on FA.
Yeah. When is that fight? I seen the damn name on the shit. June 27th. What the fuck? Okay, whatever.
Yeah,
Wichita, Kansas. Wichita, Kansas. That's where they fighting at. Wichita, Kansas. Okay. Oh, Brian Norman Jr. already on the board to fight Jen Sasaki. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
When is that? June 19th. Well, Boots. You won't be getting that one. And
right.
Did you hear something about Mario Barrios?
I heard a couple things about Mario Barrios.
Who you hear he fighting next? Somebody called and told me. So I was like, oh man, Boots probably gonna be moving up.
I heard Pacquiao and I heard somebody else too, though. It was somebody else too. It was a little more realistic than Pacquiao. I forgot the name, Pop. Damn, it was Pacquiao and one more other person.
They told me the only way Devin get that fight is if he signed with PBC for at least 2 fights.
It was Pat. It was packing something. It wasn't Devin. It was packing somebody. It was somebody that don't got to fight. Damn, I forgot.
I'm just like, come on, y'all. Pacquiao.
It was Pacquiao and somebody else. It was 2 names. Damn.
If he don't sit his old ass down, bro, like, come on, man. Like, trying to save your country with fighting, bro. Like, listen, you got to figure out the hustle.
Errol Spence.
Who?
Errol Spence.
He gonna fight Errol Spence at where? He gonna go to 54?
47. Nah, 47.
Earl gonna come in now to 47.
It was Pacquiao or Errol Spence. Yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't think. I was like, bro, it's somebody. It was Errol. Yeah, that's an Errol might go 4-7. I heard Errol first, and then I heard Pacquiao. I was like, but I also have been hearing that Barrios been sitting out for a big fight, trying to get a big fight, and I can see it being one of them type shit.
Yeah,
I can see, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's them two names that I heard. I ain't gonna report that shit, but that's what I heard.
the one I heard, the one that I heard that was leaning to that it was Pacquiao for sure. I was like, for real?
Earl was before Pacquiao. Earl was like, they said Earl like I heard Earl like 2 weeks ago. I heard Pacquiao like last week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting, just trying to see what else gonna come from that shit.
I was like, when I was like, yo, nigga, you for real, Pacquiao. I'm like, damn, man, this nigga like can't nobody else get a fight. It's got to be him.
Yeah.
I was just like, whatever, man. Like this shit is getting Floyd Mayweather and Roy Jones might as well come back out and steal title shots. Like, come the fuck on, man. That makes no sense. This man is like, I don't see his name anywhere. Like, not even a Conor Ben fight. There's nobody in the fucking. Nah. If he gonna cash out and he's not fighting Devin Haney.
Barrios?
Yeah, if he's not fighting Devin Haney, he's not giving. And they already said that they're gonna avoid Boots, and unless they overpay, or he signs like a 2-fight deal with the PBC. They'll keep having in-house fights. When it comes to Barrios, they're not gonna get that nigga that belt. That's just what I heard. All right. So yeah, you got Rohan Polanco at motherfucking. You got Rohan Polanco at the bottom down there. So, Cameron's not a good fight for Barrio. Alexis Rocha, Abel Ramos, Josh Taylor.
Polanco gonna knock his ass out.
So then his best bet is to fight Devin Haney if we being competitive. But look, I
heard Ryan Garcia too for Barrios. Yeah, Ryan Garcia too. But that don't make sense though. But yeah,
not even it.
I heard Devin when Devin was sitting out that he was gonna fight Mario Barrios. So I ain't really. I'm not. He looking for a big fight. Shit, most definitely true. Because I didn't hear hella names. I'm just sick of Barrios at this point. I'm not reporting shit on him until I know something.
They're gonna yank Ryan Garcia out the WBA and put him in the WBC to fight Barrios.
The WBC do whatever fuck they want to
do. But they were saying that if Ryan wins this fight, that he could get a Boots fight.
Yeah, but he contracted to fight Devin already.
So
Devin go sue his ass again.
So I ain't saying like, listen, nigga, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. But if I could get a belt, or at least get a title shot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Devin gonna have to pay Devin if you do that.
I'm step aside, like, nigga, you might need another fight too. Go on up there and try to get Barrios belt. So nigga, we can unify. But I don't think Ryan can beat Boots, but go on up there.
Hell no.
I don't think he beat. I just think that I think he feel that way because
I saw the new video. Of Ryan hitting the pass. He don't do shit like he looked in during the last fight, hitting them damn pads.
I don't trust him hitting the pad. I think he knows how.
Ryan used to be the king of hitting the pads. That's literally what he used to do. That was his thing.
Yeah, and I think that now
the little speed bag, the pad, all them drills and shit. That's how he got famous doing them drills and shit as a young nigga.
Yeah.
They got all the
big taking that loss. Cause I remember I was like, yo, I remember niggas thinking he was gonna beat Tank. Real hood niggas. I was like, why y'all think he gonna beat Tank? It was like, man, you don't see him on I wasn't on Instagram like that then. I was like, what? They like, look at him this shit.
That's how he got on.
I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, does he do this shit every week?
Like, his hands fast as fuck. But I don't know, but he
But I
look
was like,
different.
bro, I'm like,
His body is different for sure. His body,
yeah, he bigger than a motherfucker.
he bigger than the motherfucker. Yeah, his shit different. He looks slower too. He look like a chubby nigga almost.
What?
Yep. And that fight next week, by the way. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's the style is about to change with like all that speed shit. The reflexes is fast. Maybe he's looking for them power shots now because he's a big kid, man. What is he?
Oh, yeah.
6 feet?
No, like 5'10", 5'11", something like that.
5'10", 5'11". Man, he's every bit of damn 175 pounds walking around.
Yeah.
Easy.
And he ripped, so he probably hit with that.
So, and then he Mexican, so you know he probably got he need to start an extra week before niggas with high metabolism. Them niggas be it be taking a minute for them niggas, and then at a certain age it take a little bit longer for that damn weight. Like that weight be like it's not coming off anymore, buddy.
Yeah. And he drinking every day.
Yeah.
So you holding that shit.
Like he me or something. What's wrong with you, nigga?
So you holding it. So you holding that shit.
Like nigga, you can't have a dad bod. Nigga, you are a box.
Yeah, it's good. Some people picking Rolly to beat him. That's a crazy fight too.
Pick and roll. I mean, if this was like really serious, it would be for Rolly's spot. But I know Ryan don't give a fuck about that being in a position to fight for the WBA belt. I know he don't give a fuck.
Now Ryan go get everything handed to him, and he got that one.
I mean,
the opportunities. He go get
the opportunity. Like, well, I mean, he ain't asked it. I don't know if he asked to be number 3 in the fucking WBA.
Like, he probably didn't know what I'm saying. He go get it handed to him anyway.
Right behind Rolly. So if you beat Rolly, you number 2. But and then this
they gonna treat him like he gonna be the new Canelo once Canelo leave. No matter how many losses he got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I feel like well, Barrios is gonna fight me. That shit just sound. I don't like
everybody that I'm hearing he go fight sound crazy.
That shit sound weak, bro. You fighting them? Like, what the fuck?
Yep. Ben came in at 156. Came in at 156. So Ben could fight about 154. Actually, he might get back down to 147 though.
What'd you say?
Ben came in at 156.
He can't even make the damn. He ain't all right, nigga, make this fight and then go back to where he's supposed to be.
Yeah, well, I was saying he might be able. He might be. Though he said he gonna do. I thought he might be able to make the weight. Yeah, he'll see able to make that jump. Or maybe that's why he didn't get too far off because he knew he was going back.
Word up, this nigga.
But though he said I'm gonna fight him and then I'm going back to my weight class.
And again, he was talking about he said what is it? He want to get the WBC.
And so he didn't get too big. So he could fight about 154. He can fight at 154, 147. Because he don't need to go up no higher anyway, because he ain't that tall. Coming. ain't too far.
Well, he like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, yep, something like that. 5'8". I'm gonna give him 5'8". But you do look about 5'7" though. But yeah, I'm gonna give him 5'8". Let me see what time the ceremonial weigh in.
Is that coming on probably around, or did it already come on? You know, they in a different time.
They didn't show the real weigh in. They don't show. They show the ceremonial weigh in.
Yeah,
sometimes they do show the real weigh in though.
I'm saying they had a different times. So that's why I would be like, what time is it? Or it's like nighttime or whatever, right?
Nah, not right now. It's like daytime. Like maybe 1 o'clock, something like that. 3 o'clock, some shit like that. Yeah, right now they talking about I see he missed weight shit. Let's go to Dallas.
They talking about that shit like it's gonna mean like, man, oh, he missed weight. So what? You still watching the fight? Shut the fuck up. There's no belts on the line. Shut the fuck up. You act like
I never said I wasn't watching. I'm telling people he missed weight. Now that's something you know though, because people be betting on this shit. Like that's something you need to know for sure. So you need to know for sure.
Motherfucker like, oh man, man, listen, you gonna watch it? Yeah. But this motherfuckers who ain't betting on the shit, oh, he ain't make the way. Shut up, man. I wouldn't even make like what you call bets on this. I want to bet a nigga straight up. Or
if you think you better winning by knockout, you probably should bet it. Probably should bet it. If you think you're winning by knockout. Some people feel like it's a layup. I ain't one of them people, but some people feel like it's a layup. If I was a Eubank guy, I most definitely would put bread on. I ain't no Eubank guy. I don't believe you go. I don't believe in enough to go put my money on it. I believe it's not going distance though. So I was straight anyway. This further makes me feel good about my bet that I got. Because now I think either one of them niggas can get knocked out now. Not just Connor. Now I think Eubank might get knocked out too.
But if he gets a whole day to rehydrate, man, that's a different story.
Yeah.
If he can rehydrate, he get a whole day to rehydrate properly. Let me say that properly. He get that whole day, ain't no damn rehydration clause. He may still walk in there around about 175.
Yeah.
That's what you're talking
about. If he's smart, he would have already started.
See, that's what you was talking about. That like he just naturally he just a bigger dude.
Yeah, he should have never lost. He should have never lost so much. No. But he was really trying to make the weight so he wouldn't have to pay that money. But now you're gonna lose the money and you lost all them juices that you got to get back. You know what I'm saying? You would have had that already in you. What you go add back on, you would already had that. But he really, I don't think he really thought he was gonna miss weight. He went back and tried again, came back a second time, and missed again. And then he said he done trying. Yeah. Then he was done trying. Nah, that matter though for sure.
I think he's gonna be good.
Probably so. Or he could end up like he ended up with Liam Smith when he was drained for that fight. And Liam Smith is, smaller guy too. He got cracks though, but he was a smaller guy too.
Wasn't that the first fight after the Conor Ben debacle?
He fought Liam Smith before that. Fought Liam Smith before that.
He fought Liam Smith before the Conor Ben.
He got knocked out.
Time.
He got knocked the first time.
I'm saying, but wasn't that before like the first time? That was right after the first time Conor he supposed to fight Conor, right?
Yeah, and then the fight fell through, and then he fought Liam for the second time.
So then he had to put all that weight back on.
Who? Eubank?
Yeah.
He fought Liam at 160.
But you still got to put the weight back on because remember he had to go through that damn what you call shit.
Now he be losing weight to get to 160.
I know, but remember it was a rehydration clause in that shit where he couldn't get no more than 167.
Not with Liam.
No, I'm talking about his body was built for the Conor Ben fight. That's what he was training his body for, the Conor Ben fight. Remember you said if he'd have made that fight, Conor probably would have killed him, right?
Yeah.
So right after that, it was like a few weeks before the fight. So his body was set at the not get bigger than like 160, no 70. I mean, yeah, 170. So
he fought Liam. He fought Liam later, not the same day. Not it went the same.
No, I get that, but you like, man, I got a.
He went from Conor to Liam, but he had a full count for Liam though.
Then he looked sluggish in that fight, right?
Nah, he actually was winning the round, and he got caught. Like that's when he was boxing, trying to look like Roy Jones. He was winning every round, then he got his ass buzzed. He didn't look slow. He got caught. Liam punched his ass up out of there.
He ain't spoke to his pop since then.
Liam punched his ass up out of there.
Yeah. He wasn't there for the rematch. He wasn't there for the last fight. The fight, he wasn't there for none of that shit.
Yeah. The last fight wasn't too long ago either, now I think. That wasn't too long ago.
And what, when he came back and knocked out Liam Smith, right?
He had to fight after that.
But I'm saying, his dad wasn't there for that neither.
Yeah. Yeah, he knocked out Liam Smith. He stopped Liam Smith in the 10th. Knocked out some other dude like 4 months ago.
Hasn't he had 2 fights since the Liam Smith fight, or just one?
Since Liam, he had one. He fought Liam twice though.
Yeah.
Fought Liam twice. He got Liam twice, one other fight. Liam Williams was before Liam Smith.
That's a fact. This nigga is fucking.
With the distance with Liam Williams almost knocked his ass out too. He was beating him up the whole fight though, but he caught his ass. Liam Williams catch everybody though.
He catch everybody.
He really do. He caught Boo Boo too. Caught Boo Boo ass too, slipping. Yeah, he catch everybody.
And they said eventually he just gonna get you.
Yeah, he gonna catch you for sure. He be cracking too, that white boy. He be cracking. I fuck with Liam Smith. I follow him on Twitter. He followed me on Twitter. That's my guy. I fuck with Liam Smith. Liam Williams, I mean, not Liam Smith, Liam Williams, not Liam Smith. I don't know Liam Smith. He bougie.
You say he bougie? Fucking with you, T.
Yeah, he bougie.
Oh.
Liam Williams fought Liam Smith, though. Liam Smith stopped him once, and then he lost the majority. Liam Williams. That was like that's how Liam Smith got his name, actually, being Liam Williams. The Williams nigga knocked out Heffron. He knocked out Lontez Fox. He lost to Andrade, lost to Eubank, lost to Hamza. Hamza was his last fight. He probably retired. Nah, but he said the other day on Twitter he ready to come back. But yeah, Hamza knocked him out though. His last fight. But yeah, them folks, yeah, though. That's yeah. I want to see what he look like. I want to see what he look like on the scale when they go back.
Mm-hmm.
I can kind of get a feeling what he gonna look like tomorrow. I want to see him on the scale after I think they're gonna have like 4 hours to get his juices back, put his weight on. But Conor Ben gonna do that too. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be the only one.
Okay, so he lost to Billy Joe Saunders.
Who? Liam Smith?
No.
Oh, Eubank. Yeah.
Eubank.
Yep. Billy Joe.
Lost to Billy Joe
I
Saunders.
remember that fight. Could I pick fucking Eubank?
Was it he lost by decision?
I want to, split decision. Yep.
Decision, okay. So, then he lost to George Groves.
Yes, he did. Sorry, motherfucker. Yes, he did.
Okay, wait, that was split decision too? Because it looked like
UD.
Unanimous? Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And then
turn George Groves up with that shit.
You said he turned George Groves up, made him a name.
Yeah. Got him a title fight. He lost the title fight though. But got him a title fight. I forgot who George lost to. I think George lost. He lost somebody good though. Forgot. Or somebody popular.
How did he beat James DeGaulle? I don't know why that shit ain't
decision. I remember that fight too. The guy was on his ass early too, and then he came back. Got pulled away a little bit. Got the advantage on him.
Then the first loss to Liam Smith, come right back and have it in the same goddamn spot. Have it in the same building. Like, nah, nigga, I need my get back right fucking now.
Yeah, they ran that jump back like 8 months, that fight was like the same year. Like them that was the same year, them two fights. They had them fights like a couple months, not a couple, like
one was in January, the next one was in September. He was like, nah, you ain't
getting
no
like the same year.
Yeah, I need my lick back. Word up. I need my lick back, nigga.
Yeah, because I remember he got when Liam stopped him, Conor was talking shit. He was suspended.
Yeah, I'm fighting it. Nigga,
and then he came back. He came back and he stopped.
I'm fighting somebody who can really fight, nigga. You ain't fought nobody, Conor.
He came back and he fought. He beat them. Conor said, "I still want that smoke." And then Eubank was like, "Nah, fuck you. I'm straight on you. I don't fight cheaters." And then Conor spent the year chasing his ass. Spent the year like, "Hey, bro, come on, man, let's do this shit, man." And Eubank like, "Nah, fuck you." Eubank like, "Nah, fuck you."
It seemed like Chris Eubank Jr. was just like, Tom.
He said, "Don't fight cheaters." Though he said, he said you cheated. He said, "I'm not fighting you no more." He said, "I don't get." And then the bad came. But that's why they docking his ass all this money for everything, because they know they paid him they paid him, they had to give him what he wanted. And now they docking his ass like a bitch for everything. They trying to get some of that shit back. They already took about $700K from his ass already. On top of what he go donate to the card. Yeah, they try.
That ain't cool.
I sued him now. Right, you what you said. I'd be suing that if I was.
Right, you can't take this much off just for that, man.
Can't keep taking my shit, bro.
So if I miss weight by 1 pound, you to charge me $1 million. What the fuck?
They might as well charge him $1 million, huh? 500,000. That's $500,000.
Word.
And then he plus the 180 on top of the 180 that they already got from him. But that's damn near 700,000. That's quarter by this, but that's a nigga. That's a third of a meal. Damn near right there. Like what? They 50K off from fucking. You know what I mean? About a third of a meal. 7.7. They had fucking. What, 7.5 down there? 550 more K, they'll be at 7.5, right? Something like that. 70 more K. They'll be at fucking a third of a meal. And fines. Before he ain't even got in the ring, bro. They ain't fought yet. Okay, she happened at the press conference. He gonna use another 500,000. He about it. I'm like, bro, just keep him away from me, bro. Just separate it. Don't even bring him in front of me, bro. Don't bring him in front of me, bro. He gonna do some shit. And we just bro. Let's just go on, get this shit over with. I ain't finna keep stealing my shit.
We can do it via if you want.
Like, look, bro, we ain't no face off. Because if he say something, I'm gonna slap him. So let's just go and get this shit. We're gonna get you tomorrow.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm good.
No, he most definitely need to be. He most definitely. I would have been eating as soon as I left it. He should have been drinking water. He in there taking out the suit. Somebody should have been putting sticking water in his damn mouth right then. I would have been the niggas with the water bottle. Hey, bro, drink this. Fucking Pedialyte, pickle juice, water bottle. Pedialyte, pickle juice, and one bottle. Pedialyte, one bottle. Pickle juice, whichever one you want, nigga. They all do the same shit. Pick one. You want to go old school or you want the Pedialyte? How you want to do it? Pickle juice, Pedialyte, water. Drink this, my nigga. And actually, we already made way. Get his ass a steak too. Fuck you talking about? Get him a steak. Give him some steak and potatoes in this bitch.
On the rip.
So we already way in over with. Give his ass a steak. Right now. In fact, make him two. See if he want the other one after he done with the first one. What you eat caviar, nigga? Get him like 20 of them little ass caviar.
What do you need?
Give him like 20 of them little ass caviars. You're gonna need more. You're gonna need more than one. But if I give him giant caviar. Nah, that shit disgusting though. Anybody eating that shit, they just faking like they like it. I said, bro, no fucking way. This shit's supposed to be fancy.
I was looking at both of them niggas boxing rec, and it's gonna be a toss up.
Who Benny? You back?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a toss up now. I think it'll be more of a toss up now for sure. First, I thought I aged Eubank. I aged Eubank, but now I really don't. I don't know.
I still got Eubank.
Yeah, I still got Eubank,
but
I don't know. It ain't as I ain't as sure. It ain't just. I think he gave him a chance. He cracked the door for him.
Here's what I'm gonna say though, bro. Like when we said the same thing when we seen Boots at the weigh-in.
No, I didn't.
And then when I
said he looked good actually.
When I see him at the weigh-in, I was like, all right, okay. He looked
I thought he looked good, especially compared to what he normally looked like. And he normally looked like me at the weigh-in. He had some weight on him at this weigh-in.
When I seen him walk into the building, you know, they show him walking into the building.
Yeah.
Through his clothes, I was like, he gonna fuck Stanley on himself.
Bro, I knew he was in better shape seeing him at the weigh-in because he normally be skeletal. He be real skinny. He wasn't real skinny. You know what I mean?
Here's what people forgot, T. They forgot.
Yeah.
People forgot there was no next day rehydration clause. Boots got to just replenish everything right after
the fight. Yeah. The way
like Boots is used to having
the official.
He used to having to still stay on weight on until the next day.
Yeah.
Then he can eat, like, you know what I'm saying? But without you doing that, man, shit. You fighting a borderline super middleweight, light heavyweight.
Fighting Roy Jones. Fighting Roy Jones Jr.
At least the size for it.
Shit. The knock your ass out part too. Shit. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked.
I said, man, y'all look tripping. What's wrong, y'all?
Squint your eyes a little bit, you'll see it. Squint your eyes a little bit, you'll see it.
I know what it is. That's why Mario saw it. He had to squint his eyes. Yeah.
You'd be like, is this Boots or is this Roy Jones?
Hold on.
Okay, this Boots. Purple pants
like that with no rehydration. Oh.
Hold on, this nigga look like Roy Jones now that he ain't got a rehydration clause. I don't like it.
I'm gonna drop a dime on him.
A dime on this nigga. Like, nah, we only fight this nigga for the IBF. We only fighting this. Pop. So like, who's gonna fight? Is it for the IBF? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm straight, my nigga. You fight him. You fight him for the WB. I ain't doing it. I like my teeth. Did you see Stanionis? That's a pretty tough guy. You saw what he did to him?
He is. That's a tough son of a bitch.
Hey, that's a pretty. Hey, did you see what? That's a pretty tough guy. Imagine what he gonna do to me. That's a pretty tough guy right there. Most niggas, that dude's stomach as big as his fucking back. And you saw what he did to him?
I was like, bro.
Not like big, like fat. Stanionis got straight muscle.
Listen, I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. That shit looked like in the first part of the damn movie called The Fighter.
Here I go.
Hurry up. I gotta take this girl to work.
All right.
That shit look like the movie The Fighter, man.
Motherfucking window, man. Damn, y'all, I ain't on mute. I'm tripping. But yeah.
That boy is at least 20 pounds. He's at least 20 pounds bigger than Sam Stanionis.
Most definitely. He looked like it if he wasn't, though. I don't know about 20. He looked like, though, because he a lot taller. Look like it. You let that nigga put some weight on now. He already taller than you. Now he got weight over you. You understand? Of course he gonna knock your ass out. Of course he gonna knock your ass out. He's already better, right? Now he's bigger and stronger. It's over with. It's over with. It's over with, son. But now, yeah, I saw that stoppage coming. I felt that one. Because Stanionis be right there, bro. He walking through you. He walking through
Stanionis shit. I was like, oh, that's a wrap.
Right. They don't hit him in the square and this shit like 4 times, like right in the fucking mouth.
The nigga looked at him like, I was like, oh.
He looked at him like he was motherfucking, what's the boy name? The other nigga I fuck with, the cold nigga, Sergey Lipinets. He looked at him like he was Sergey. When Sergey hit him, looked at him the same way. I said, bro, he just Sergey Lipinets him. He just Sergey Lipinets that man.
So I'm just saying, man, that just further my damn assumption that, hey, he cheating, but he ain't. But get him the fuck out of this goddamn division, bro. He can definitely move up.
Yeah. Now, like nobody's beating him. Fuck that. Nobody's beating him from 147 to 160. Nobody's beating him. So nobody's beating. Like he go. It's just a matter of time before you see. Like you just got to see it. Like people got. I don't got to see it. I already know. I know what's gonna happen. But people just got to see it. Like once he move up and start whooping people ass, like they gonna move the goalpost again. Well, he still never beat. He didn't even beat those guys at 54 type shit. Like they gonna move it. They gonna move it again. Believe it. It's going to get moved.
That's why I said he need to go to 60, because when he get to 54, they're gonna start playing them games after one fight.
Now I'm saying like he could beat the best niggas at 47. They're gonna say, well, you gotta do it at 54. He could be the best nigga. They say, well, you gotta do it at 60. He could be the best nigga at 60. They're gonna say, well, you ain't fight this dude at 54, right? Well, you do it at 68 with the real people. Then they gonna start, they gonna always move the goalpost. They always move the goalpost.
I mean, that's why
you see how he beats Stanionis in the joint, what was what I'm looking for? The narrative went from, hey, bro, he might lose Stanionis, or he gonna lose Stanionis to, like, can nobody 47 beat him? It's not even fair. He might as well. You get what I'm saying? Like, like, damn, bro. Like, ain't no middle ground. Like you just gonna skip the part where you give him credit for beating the dude you thought he was gonna lose to. Like, you just gonna skip that part.
Hell yeah.
You gonna he said, hell yeah.
Yeah, nigga. I was already talking shit anyway, but I was like, man, I want to see him at 60 because that's greatness. Because if he jumped the goalpost, ain't nothing you can say. You can't move it. He already passed it. What
somebody gonna say he ducked Jamel Charlo. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? You know what? You can't win with these niggas. And you
That's
right.
what I'm getting like. You know, somebody gonna say you ducked Charlo. Why you ain't go to 54? Because the real smoke, the real hitters. You know, it don't matter when you can't win. If a nigga do something good, bro, and a nigga don't give him credit, you just understand you never gonna get that person to give him. But if you don't give him,
you know what make it good?
I could have been one of them niggas. I could have been one of them niggas. Earl was weight drained. He was weight drained. No, he literally waited on. He said he was gonna wait on. He said you go wait him out. I'm weight drained. I could have been one of them niggas. You never heard me beat that down no bush. I might have said it and threw it in there. You know, just throw a little jab and now and again. But I'm not. I gotta give him his credit, bro, because I would have gave him credit if he would have lost. So I'm gonna give him his credit. You know what I mean? But now that's what I was saying about Eubank. That weight drain shit for real. Like your ass turned to a balloon. You're gonna be a nicely made brick body balloon because you ain't got all your fluids in you. You know what I'm saying? You lost too much of your shit. But I think Eubank will be all right. I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. He gonna be all right, I think.
You jumping back on later, or you gonna be on for a minute?
Yeah, I'm jumping back on later. I'm probably gonna actually start dropping my picks now.
All right. I'm gonna take the old lady to work.
All right. I'm sure about to run to the store, give me some ear, but all right. It ain't lunchtime. It's 10, but I've been up since motherfucker. It's really just this EP one. I wasn't even supposed to be a lot. It was supposed to be like 8 minutes. And then y'all started talking to me, and then it turned to a laugh. I said I ain't just talk boxing spirit boxing in a minute. Want to spit a little boxing this morning. I really need to go to the store. All right. I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna jump back on later.